How you doing, guys? Another video for you here. What do you need to bring with you to class? What should you have? This is an idea that kind of came about because my daughter is going down to Camden, hopefully into this month, to take Fighting Pistol. And I wanted her to have everything she could need, minus some clothing, outer gear, that kind of stuff, but physically gear that she would need to be able to successfully take that class. Come right at you. All right, guys, so what do you need to bring with you to class? What's the most important thing? Is it a reliable pistol? No. Most important thing is an open mind. If you're not open to learning what you're being taught, then there's not a lot of point. You're not going to get what you need to get out of the class. So most places will rent firearms to you. If you do not have a firearm currently and you're a first-time student, I would strongly suggest rent a gun, take a class, and then you'll be an informed consumer. I did not go that route. I wish I had. So open mind. But number two for a pistol class anyway, I would say is a reliable pistol. This is my Glock 19 Gen 5. This is a relatively new holster from Green Force Tactical. It is sexy, sexy, sexy in the Thinker camo. But this is new for me because I'm carrying a weapon-mounted light. It's something I'm trying. I have to say it carries very, very fucking well. Way better than I thought it would. When I got it out of the package, I saw the size of it. I was like, holy crap, how's that going to work? But it carries very, very, very well. Strongly suggest Green Force Tactical. But a reliable pistol would probably be a good thing. Now, for me, this is all coming about because my daughter is going down to Camden to take Fighting Pistol. So for her, eventually she's going to probably be getting a Glock 48. So I have someone down there allowing her to run a class with their Glock 48. So I also own a Glock 48. So again, reliable holster. Now this is an Ulti-Clip holster. I am not sold on clips. Not for everyday carry. We will see how it runs for her in the class. If it's an issue, I have no doubt they'll have something that she can switch over to. But I am not sold on the clips. I'm just not. I've done some dry practice with this and found that the 1 out of 10 times the holster came with the gun. So I'm not 100% sold, but I do know that other than the clip, which the holster maker cannot, they don't control that. This is a great holster. This is for a Glock 48. The important thing for her with this is that she's able to put it on whatever clothing she's wearing. Maybe her clothing will be better designed for this Ulti-Clip. So holster for the weapon. I would say what also would be helpful is a place to put the mags. Now I run a double mag outside the waistband Kydex holster for my gun. I have for forever. I think for class it is probably the easiest way, and I do it as in my everyday. Some people don't like it. I'm fine with it. So this is done by Three Rivers Kydex. When I went to go find an outside the waistband holster for the Glock 48, it was hard to find anything because everything's inside the waistband. Everyone is running appendix with the wing and the whatever the hell they're called. I don't. So this is hard to find. Green Force is starting to make them now too. But at the time, this is all I could get, and it's very well made. So this is Three Rivers Kydex. If you want to check them out, check them out. What else do we need? Things to go into the holster would be good, like magazines. And if you go to class, you should be taking a lot of magazines. You should take, at least in my opinion, 10 magazines would be my recommendation to you. Now all these are Glock factory magazines that I'm pulling out right now. Glock factory magazine, Glock factory magazine. So those are the magazines for her to run. They should be loaded before class. Do not waste time in class loading magazines, load your fucking mags before you get to class. Trust me, it'll be better for you. What I've also included is something that's relatively new. I know for a fact that the shield arm mags are pieces of shit. Maybe the Gen 2s are better, but I have just a lot of trainers have said not great things. So we are going to try these. These are made by Palmetto State Armory. They are made for their Dagger, which is the Micro, which is basically a clone of the Glock 48. They are 15-round magazines. The interesting thing about these is this is a polymer front with a stainless steel back body. So time will tell. I want her to run these through class, and I want her to see how they go. And I think if they can survive that class, then I would say they're probably good to go. So I've included 5 of these for her. Assistance loading the mag. So these in particular are exceedingly tight to load. I mean, ridiculously tight to load, especially the last few rounds. So this should help along with just the normal mags. A lot of people do not have the finger strength to load the mags, especially when you get to that last 3 to 4 rounds. So this will help her assist with that. And I got it in orange because they come in black, but if you drop it, you can find it. And you really should mark your shit so that you know whose is whose, because when there's 5 Glock mags laid on the ground after a drill, it would be nice to see your name on them and know which ones are yours, or spray paint them a different color like my friend Andrew from Combat Art Training does. Not a bad idea. So a way to load said mags. A way to mark said mags. And this is a paint marker. So this is not just a Sharpie. This actually has white paint, and it holds up much better than normal Sharpie does. So paint marker. Ear Pro. Electronic Ear Pro, in my opinion, is a must. Not a plus, it is a must. Because this allows you to have hearing protection and still be able to hear what the instructions are coming from the firearms instructor. Very important. Now, the cheaper ones like this, the budget ones, they will cut out when there's a string of fire going on. But at a $35 to $50 price point, you can't beat Electronic Ear Pro in that. You can spend a lot more money, like a lot more money on the Electronic Ear Pro. But I think for the price, you really can't beat these. So Electronic Ear Pro. And also, I included in this just a pair of basic eye pro. I mean, they're nothing fancy. They're just Milwaukee brand eye pro. There's a lot of different brands out there, a lot of different kinds, but this is what I included with her. And if you'll notice, everything is coming in a 50 cal ammo can. This way, everything can be in one package. Because when you get before you get to the range, you should be opening this up. You should be opening up your boxes of ammo and putting the ammo in the can. You don't want to be loading from the boxes. 1, you don't want to leave the trash for the range to take care of. 2, it's just faster and easier because you want to spend your time in between drills recharging, rehydrating. So recharge your mags, rehydrate your body. And in a way, you're recharging your body too. So this is what I have included for her first pistol class, along with shipping some ammo there for the class, which obviously isn't right here, that I got from Ammo Supply Warehouse. They are friends of the channel. They are friends of the firearms training community. I highly recommend them. Butch is a really good dude, and I ordered ammo from them and had it shipped directly to the shop in Canada, which you could do as well. Just make sure that they know what's coming and what's happening. That way they're prepared and they'll put it aside for you or your significant other. So this is the basics of what I am having her bring to class. So guys, that's it. That's my video on what you should bring to class. Again, open mind is the first item, but you do need quality gear to go along with it. I cannot recommend Green Force Tactical highly enough. I cannot recommend Ammo Supply Warehouse highly enough. I carry a Glock. My wife's gun is a Glock. My daughter's gun will be a Glock. There's a lot of different brands out there. I know these are going to run. Now, that being said, I would not be carrying this Glock right here if it had not run through a class first. Because the reality is, no matter how good the manufacturer is, you still could get a bad apple. Like, it happens. Doesn't matter what the brand is, you can have issues. So make sure before you start carrying something that you can trust it. And I think running it through a class is a great way to quantify whether or not it is something you can trust your life, or more importantly, your family's lives too. So my daughter is going to be going. I am really looking forward to her joining the alumni family. TAC Response's alumnus really are family. They support each other. They care about each other. They go out of their way for each other. So I'm really honored that I can bring her to that family, and I know she's going to do fantastic. So there you go. So if you're going to send your significant other to class, like, set them up for success. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get the gear out of the way, the lowest rung on that ladder, the gear out of the way as a worry, so that she can concentrate on the skills, tactics, and mindset. And I think it's something that people like, gear is not important. Gear is not as important, but it's still important. I want her to have an experience where she is not having to worry about constant malfunction clearings and can actually absorb what's going on. Malfunction clearing is part of the class anyway. It will happen. It's set up purposefully that way. But I don't want her to be taken out of the class mentally because of issues with her gun. So set your people up for success. Send them with the things you know are going to work. It's only going to help their experience be better. And have your family get training. Like, your wife, does she have any training? Like, more than likely, she's your backup. She's your number two. Like, make sure your family has the training they need to be able to succeed when the shit hits the fan. That's it, guys. I hope you're finding yourself well. I hope that you're using your time well. I hope you enjoyed this video and it gave you some ideas on what you can do too for your family to help set them up for success. And that's it. Remember, guys,